Hello everyone. Today is the official release date of Bayonetta 3. So if you're wondering if you can play this game into your PC, then the answer is yes, you can play this game to your PC if you are using Ryujin Simulator. So what is Ryujin Simulator? I'm going to show you what is Ryujin Simulator here. So this is Ryujin Simulator. Ryujin's emulator is a Nintendo Switch emulator that can play Nintendo Switch games into your PC. So in order to play Ryujin Simulator, you will need to also have and download these files here and installed into your Ryujin Simulator. So if you don't know where to download Ryujin Simulator, I'm gonna show you now. Open a web browser and just type in Ryujin's emulator. There. Hit the first result. Ryujinx.org is the official website. Download. Then choose on which system you are. If you're from Linux, download here. From Windows, download here. I am using Windows 11 now, 22H2 version. And then I'm just going to skip on that part because I have already installed, and the installation process is really easy. And let's assume that you have already installed Ryujin Simulator. So what's the next step? The next step is to have and installed the latest Nintendo Switch firmware here, the latest Nintendo Switch keys here, the version 15, and Bayonetta 3 in XCI or NSP file format. So where can you get this? You can legally get these files through modded Nintendo Switch. If you have modded your Nintendo Switch and have a custom firmware installed in it, then you can copy your Nintendo Switch files from there and then just copy it into your PC. And if you have the physical copy of Bayonetta 3, then you can also back up a digital copy of it into an XCI or NSP file format. But if you don't own a Nintendo Switch and don't know what to do, then I'm just gonna save you the hassle and tell you where to download these files here. So I'm gonna leave a QR code here so that you can scan. So once you scan that QR code, you will be redirected to an official website to download the firmware and the keys and the Bayonetta 3 game. Just download it into your mobile device and just copy it into your PC, because downloading into your mobile phone is much easier than in PC because it's not of a hassle or anything like that, or any issue that might be. So I'm just gonna skip on this part here now and assume that you have already installed Ryujinx. So if you have installed Ryujinx now and have all the files downloaded into your PC now, then it's time to install them. Okay, go to File, open Ryujinx folder, and then go to System, and then just open Keys, then copy the files in that, drag and drop. And if this is your first installation process, then this will be empty. So now, go to Tools and install the firmware. Install firmware XCI and zip file, choose the firmware version, then wait for it, then hit yes. Then it will say it's successfully installed, the version 15 firmware. So once you have done that two things, then your Ryujinx emulator will now detect your Nintendo Switch games, and it will now also boot up and play Nintendo Switch games, okay? But not all Nintendo Switch games can be played in Ryujinx emulator as of now, but Bayonetta 3 is one of those games that can be played. Okay, so let's optimize Ryujinx emulator to play Bayonetta 3. So what you're gonna do, go to Options, then Settings, then just pause this video and just copy my settings if need be. This would be the directory wherein you will put your XCI and NSP file format games of Nintendo Switch, then go to Input, then go to Configure. This is where you can put your PlayStation, Xbox, or Nintendo Switch Pro controller. It will be detected here, and you can set up the triggers here, and then you can hit save once you're done. Then go to System, then just copy my settings here. Okay, just pause the video if need be. Then the most important part in playing Bayonetta 3 is that you need to activate these two things here. Expand your RAM to size to 6 GB and ignoring missing service. Okay, activate that so that you will not have any issues in playing the game, like random crashes and heavy starters in the game. So just activate this. Okay, now go to graphics, then click on, then Vulkan, then your graphics card. Mine is 2070 Super. Enable shader cache, then my resolution would be 1440p, and hit apply, then save. Now let's load up and boot up Bayonetta 3 here. So I have already played 29 minutes of Bayonetta 3. So a little bit of disclaimer. I will not show you guys a gameplay of Bayonetta 3 because you all know that Nintendo is really strict on the emulation scene for the Nintendo Switch games. So I'm just going to show you the title screen of Bayonetta 3 and it boots up accordingly. As you can see, it's now booting up. I will just blur this part here to prevent any issues with Nintendo. So I'm just gonna skip on this part, show you guys that the game runs, okay? I've stopped emulation. I'm just gonna say this out loud that once you play Bayonetta 3, the cinematics will be in 30 FPS, and then in gameplay, in the fighting scenes, it will be 60 FPS. And with the settings, the optimized settings that I've shown you, then you'll have no issues in running Bayonetta 3. So I hope this video tutorial is helpful to you guys. And if you have some questions regarding the installation process or where to download the game, then just leave a comment in the comment section below and I will try my best to answer all of them. Thank you for watching and see you next time. Goodbye.